Hey guys, this class was requested, a twist class. Twists are great for the digestive system. They also get the blood flowing in and out of the spine. They're also, symbolize how our life is constantly twisting and turning, and how do we react to those twists and turns. A lot of people don't like twist, not Quisp, that was a cereal back in my day, twist class, because they can be kind of intense. So it's really just an opportunity to work through that intensity, to breathe deep, because the more you breathe when you're doing a twist, the more you get into your digestive system, the more you're squeezing your internal organs, you're massaging your internal organs. Also, like with any yoga practice, there's good pain and bad pain. Don't push yourself to that like pinchy, sharp pain. Just back out of it a little bit. And if you can't breathe, then you've gone too far. All right, starting in a seated position, you might need to sit up on a blanket and get any props that you know that you need in your yoga practice. We'll start off with our hands in a Gyan Mudra, which is for wisdom. Thumb and index finger together. I'm going to try not to shadow you, so that should be interesting considering I'm dyslexic. I mean, it's interesting either way, as you all know. All right, so you're gonna go inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale, and listen to me, it's gonna be a more powerful breath. Inhale to center, exhale to the left, bringing your right hand on either side of your leg if you want a more open twist. Bring it on your right leg if you want a more deeper twist onto the left leg. Left hand is behind you, you're on your fingertips, push through those fingers, inhaling, lifting, and exhaling, turning. Always trying to find more space between the vertebrae on the inhale, and on the exhale you can go a little bit deeper. You can also use that time to release any tension that is unnecessary, like in your face. Slow breath, slow deep Ujjayi pranayama. Keeping your right hip moving forward, left hip. See, this is gonna be a disaster. Left hip moving forward. Try not to let it turn with you. Inhale, come to center, hands back in Gyan Mudra. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, lift, 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 so you're lifting your ribs away from your hips, and exhale to the right. Left hand on either leg. Push through the right fingers, tips. I like to be on my fingertips. I'm kind of, I have a long torso, so I need that little extra length. Inhaling, lifting, creating space between the vertebrae. And exhaling, turning from the inside. Try not to just pull with your right side. Slow, deep breath. Inhale, come to center, keeping the lift. Try not to droop down as you come to center. Bring your feet out in front of you. So we're going to go inhale, Navasana, exhale, knees to the left. You can have your feet up or down, your choice. Inhale, Navasana, feet up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale, feet up, exhale, twist. Inhale, feet up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, twist. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, twist. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, twist. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, coming onto your back. Two choices here. One, your arms will be out to the side. You just lift your legs up and bend your knees. Twist to the right. Sorry, to the left. Inhale, legs up. Twist the other way, or you're gonna go up. And this time I like to bring my elbows in, fingertips up like a robot to give me a little leverage. Lift up and turn. So as you lift up, you come down and you're turning in the other direction. Inhale, so pick one, and exhale, turn. I won't even say left or right so I don't mess myself or you up. Inhale up, exhale, turn. Inhale, legs up, exhale, turn. So it's like I'm coming up into a shoulder stand. You want to reach up towards the sky instead of aiming over the head. They'll come over the head maybe, but just aim for up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Wherever you're at, maybe you're in your imagination, which is where I am too much. Inhale, exhale, turn. 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 Make sure you finish both sides. Feet come down into a bridge pose. So here we are in a bridge pose. I'm making sure I'm in that camera. Push down through the feet, push down through the elbows. I like to start off like a robot. Try to find that little curve in your back. Root down, inhale, lift up. Pause and breathe. Push down through the head, find space in the neck, and lengthen out through the knees. Nice, deep inhale, complete exhale. If you like, you can bring your hands down, palm face up. If you want to, you can interlace your hands, squeezing your shoulder blades together, not necessarily away from the ears, just together. Breathe fully. Push down through those feet, lift your chest towards your chin. Try not to tuck the chin in. Nice deep ujjayi. Finishing the inhale, completing the exhale. Another inhale, exhale, slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Rolling on your spine. Trying to just let your feet float. And then come all the way up, bring the feet down. Inhale, hands to prayer. And again, if you need to sit up on something, go ahead and do that. Exhale, turn, touch your left hand to the floor. Inhale, come to center, turn to the left, bring your right hand to the floor. You can hear me thinking, where's my left and my right? It's torture. Just be glad you don't have that problem. Turn. So we're going to go inhale to center, exhale, turn, touch the hand, inhale to center, exhale, turn, 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 inhale to center, exhale, turn. So it's a nice breath like this. Getting that power in the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, cross your legs, or whatever way that it is best for you to come onto your hands and knees. We're going to warm the wrists up. First, just spread your fingers really nice and wide. See that if there's an even space between all your fingers and your palm is rooting evenly. And even draw the fingertips in a little bit like you're clawing the mat. Leaning forward, leaning back. Leaning forward, leaning back. Leaning forward. You can curl your toes under and give yourself a little toe stretch too. Leaning back. Leaning forward. Leaning back. Now you're going to turn your fingertips towards your knees if you can. If you can't, you'll have to turn your hands out to the sides. You're going to lean to one side and the other. Bring your fingertips towards your knees if possible. Lean back. Woo! Come back. Forward. Lean back. Come back forward. Lean back. Come back forward. Lean back and hold it. Breathe into those wrists. We won't be on our hands as much, but we are going to do a hand balance, so it's always good to warm up the wrists. Now turn your hands so that let's do this first. Let's bring our fingertips towards each other and breathe into that. Try to bring your shoulders over your wrists. You can hear the strain in my voice. It's intense for me. Slow, deep ujjayi. Now bring your fingertips towards your knees. You can groan if you need to. Holy cow, that's intense for me. Breathe. the back of the hands. I lied, we're gonna be on our hands quite a bit. Well, it's all relative. Maybe not as much as I normally am on my hands, but we are going to be. You're gonna come onto your hands and knees. Now inhale, coming into a cow position. Sitting bones back, chest forward. Exhale, downward dog. Pause and breathe, head in line with the arms. Checking in with yourself. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, knees come down to the floor. Inhale, cow position. Nice strong back, not just drooping the back. Chest forward, sitting bones back. Curl the toes. Lead with the sitting bones. Inhaling, downward dog. Exhale, shoulders over the wrists. Slowly come down, knees down to the floor. Inhale, cow position. Exhale, downward dog. I'm going to fix my yoga pants while I'm here. You know I just keep everything in these videos, so you'll just have to watch it. Okay, so now you're going to bring your knees over the yoga mat. So you're just kind of hovering the yoga mat. You're going to turn your knees to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, turn your knees to the right. Now we can add a little bit. Inhale to center, turn your knees to the left. Maybe bring your left hand up and your right leg through. And I'll show you from this position. So I'm here, boom, maybe it comes through. Come back to center, turn the other direction. You can just stay there, or you can bring your hand up and your left leg through. Inhale to center, switch sides. So choose what you want. You're coming to center, exhale, switch sides. Inhale to center, exhale, switch sides. Make sure you root through that whole hand, that's your base. You always want a nice strong base. Switch. Inhale to center, exhale, switch. Inhale to center, exhale, switch. Inhale to center, boom, I'm gonna come back. Exhale, downward dog. Pause and breathe here. Push through the hands, lift up through the sitting bones. Slow breath. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists, coming into a high push-up position. Exhale, slowly come down. Keep your right hand beside your chest. Bring your left arm over for a side cobra. So a little bit of a side bend in cobra. Widen your left ribs to the side. Root through the legs. Take your left hand beside your chest. Bring your right arm over, other side. It's kind of almost like a little bit of a break too. Widen the right ribs to the side. Inhale, hands beside the chest. Little baby cobra. So I don't want you to come up high, and I don't want you to flatten out your lower back like I just did. I want you to bend your elbows, find a nice even curve in the back, inner thighs lift. Exhale, come down. Inhale, high push-up position. Exhale, downward dog. Next little tiny flow we're gonna do, and I'm gonna come back around here, give you a different angle. And I can't really lift my whole left leg up because the wall's here, but you'll come into downward dog splits. Step your left foot forward, and I'm outside of the mat. Left hand comes up, and you might just stay there, or you can give yourself like a little one-arm push-up, bending the right hand. Hand comes down, back into downward dog. Left leg comes up. Sorry, right leg comes up. Bring it all the way through. Bring it outside of the mat. Right arm up. Maybe bend the left arm. Hand comes back down. Downward dog. Left leg up. Bring it outside of the mat. Left arm up. Maybe bend the right arm. Come back. Downward dog. Right leg comes up. Step it outside the mat. Right arm up. Maybe bend the left arm. Come back into downward dog. Pause and breathe. So I'm scooting back around. I'm just trying to this is my, I don't have more than one phone to give you different angles. And there's my dog at the door. Pause, breathe. Can you hear him scratching? And walk your feet all the way up to the front of the mat. Oh boy. Pause, breathe. Relax the neck, coming into your forward bend. I was also asked for some Uddiyana. This is amazing for the digestive system, and if Swami Rama said if you did it every day, you could digest rocks. Do not quote me on that. That's not a fact. It's just something he said. Okay? Or don't quote him on it either. We don't want somebody suing us. She said I could digest rocks. Okay. Basically, just strengthens your digestive system. So you're going to blow all the air out, and you're going to suck in the pelvic floor and the belly. So the belly sucks in. It's like literally like that. I can't speak when I do it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow all the air out, and you can use your mouth this time and go, and then suck it in. Hold the belly in and the air sucked out. Release again. Another thing is, this is not good to do if you just ate or if you have your menstrual cycle. And the reason for the menstrual cycle is it brings all the energy up, and it also can create some pitta, like some heat, and you don't want to do that. Also, if the food, you can imagine why. Best to do first thing in the morning. And release. Come to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Nice, powerful breath. Listen. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Place the hands on the floor. Jumper step back, high push-up position. Exhale, come all the way down. Keep your toes curled. Turn your inner thighs up. Uncurl the toes. Tuck the tailbone. Pull yourself forward and up into Cobra. Nice even curve in the back. I'm even isometrically pulling my hands back. Exhale, pull yourself down. So you create length as you come down. Inhale, downward dog. Pause, breathe, check in. We've been doing some pretty intense pranayama at times, so slow it down for a moment. Inhale, right leg comes up, downward dog splits. Cross it over to the left arm. Hold it there, or you're going to draw a line up and down your arm, like an imaginary line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back, downward dog splits. Bring that leg all the way through. Right leg is all the way through to a high lunge position. Inhale, lift the arms up, firm the left buttocks up. Foot is outer hip width apart, so you're not on a tightrope. Nice deep breath here. Lifting, pushing through that back leg, getting length in the spine. Bend that knee just a little bit deeper. Find that drishti, that one point of focus. Take an inhale, slowly bring the left knee down to the floor. Take the left arm, bring the elbow to the outside of the right leg. If that's too intense, you can be on your forearm, and the right hand can come to the hip. Otherwise, nice deep twist, hands into a prayer position. Pause, breathe. If you want more of a challenge, you can take your back leg up off the floor. Draw your elbows towards your shoulders. So you're going to draw in. Bring your butt back a little bit. Lengthen the rib cage. Take an inhale. Exhale, turn. Slow, deep breath. Letting your jaw relax. Face relax. Bend that knee just a little deeper. Widen the left hip to the side. I don't want to turn with the twist. Keep it widening. Another inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step your back foot forward. Bring your feet together. Heels come up into a squat. You might just stay here trying to find balance. You can add a twist, and we'll add an arm balance. So I'm going to turn. Maybe you're just going to come here and just be on your fingertips. Otherwise, you're going to flatten your hands down to the floor. One elbow is going to go into the knee. One elbow is into the hip. And you might just have to lean into that. So look, I'm just leaning. I'm making a little bit of a shelf. Push through the hands, draw the fingertips in. Lift the feet up, side crow. Just staying there in that kind of bunched up position, knees stacked. Breathe. focusing on one single spot. You can look down at the floor or you can look to the side. One more inhale, exhale, bring your feet down. Step into a pyramid pose. So your feet are now, and I'll show you from this position, the feet are hip distance apart. You can see I'm not on a tight rope. You can have your hands down onto either side of your front foot. Push your front foot and turn your left inner thigh back. Pause and breathe here. You can relax the neck. If this is too intense, hands on the leg, bring your chest forward, or you can have two blocks here. Now keeping your left hand on the inside of the foot, or you can bring it to the outside of the foot. Right hand on the hip, twisting triangle. Lengthen the rib cage out, arm comes up. Keep lengthening and turning. And it might not be such a big turn at first. It could be just here, I'm looking down at the floor and I'm doing my best. And that's all we can ever do in life, is our best. Sometimes days are just like, you're just hanging on by a thread. Believe me, I have those days. Full breath. Lengthen out. Deep ujjayi. Hands come down to the floor. Now, we're going to just step up into a standing split. So you could stay there. We're going to add a twist to this. So it's a twisting Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe your hand comes on your hip, feet down towards the floor, and you start to turn. Right? Or you might just be here like, oh gosh, that's all I can do. Then maybe you might bring your hand up. Lengthen out. Breathe. Feel the struggle, because that's how life is sometimes. I would like to say that it's not sometimes, but I'm old enough now to know you'll have your ups and downs and your twists and turns and your struggles. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step your foot back. Step into a high push-up position. Holy cow, right? Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly come down. This time lift your hands up. Turn your thumbs up towards the sky, or interlace your hands, externally rotating the upper arm. Look down at the floor. Try not to tweak the neck so much. You can look like a little bit ahead to get that nice curve in the neck. But try not to be... Take another inhale. Exhale, hands beside the chest. Inhale, high push-up position. Exhale, downward dog. Pause and breathe. I hope I did not screw up that left and right so much. I don't even know what leg I had. I think I'm not shadowing. Okay, left leg comes up. Bring it over to your right arm, and then you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, you could have just held it that whole time. Bring your leg back, bring it all the way through, coming into a high lunge position. Feet are not on a tight rope, so I'm not here. You can see that it's outer hip width apart. Breathe in nice and deep. Lifted your arms up. Nice strong line of energy through the back leg. Focus your eyes on one single spot. Bend that knee a little deeper. Lift your ribs a little more. Slow breath. Take an inhale. Exhale. Maybe bring the right knee down. Right arm comes up. Same thing you did on the other side, you will do on this side. So either you're on your forearm, hand on the hip, or your left arm. Sorry, your right arm. See, I did it again. On the outside of the left leg, elbows come in, lengthen, butt back, turn. Try not to let that right hip turn out. Breathe deep. Slow inhale, complete exhale. Enjoying this twist, massaging the internal organs. Hands come to the floor, and I'm going to come over here. Step forward so you're in this squat. This time you're going over to the left. You're going to have one hand on the floor. Either you're on your fingertips and you're just working on this little bit of a twist, or you have your hands flat on the floor. One elbow to the knee, one elbow to the hip, lifting up, and you can focus your eyes on one place. Slow breath. And come back down. Pyramid pose again. Back toes are turning forward quite a bit. Left toes are at the short side of the mat. Right toes are turning like just a tiny bit to the long side of the mat. Lengthen yourself out. Turn your left inner thigh back. Sorry, your right inner thigh back. Left outer hip goes back, and your hand can go on either side of that foot. You can stay here, or you can do a twisting triangle. Lengthening out. I like to take my left hand right into the crease of that hip and bring it back. Lengthen out, open up. One day I'll have those different camera angles. One day when I grow up in the YouTube world, when I move up, I guess. But this way it's more fun, right? You get to see me struggle all over the place. Slow breath, lengthening out. Just be where you're at. I actually love this pose, but I have to say, like, a lot of my yoga students do not like it. Take another inhale. Exhale, hands down to the floor, stepping up, twisting Ardha Chandrasana, or you're just going to stand here in this standing split. Maybe bring one hand to the hip. Start to stutter and turn yourself into twisting Ardha Chandrasana. Pushing down. I'm on my right fingertips, twisting to the left. Left outer hip goes back. Ooh, try to keep that right leg up. Breathe. That wasn't a very good example of breathing. Groaning. Another inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step back, high push-up position. Take an inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. Pull yourself forward and up into Cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Pause and breathe. I see that my glasses are, I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but they're over there. Just in case I need them, that's why they're there. Okay, walk up halfway and sit down. Pause and breathe. I'm sweating, I don't know if you guys are, but it is hot. Okay, take the right leg, this is my right leg, and I'm gonna bring it over my left. Take your right hand behind you, widen the right hip out. So I'm leaning onto my left hip, and I'm widening that right sitting bone down and bringing it down. Take your left arm around. You can take your hand or your arm around your leg, or you can take your elbow if you want a deeper twist. What I like is to get a thigh stretch. So I wrap my arm around and draw my leg up, and I get like an outer leg stretch. Inhaling, lifting, and exhaling, turning. Keeping that right hip moving forward. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, switch. Left leg over the right. Hand, arm, elbow, whatever you want. I'll draw my arm around and lift that up. I'm sure you've heard that in past videos because I like it so much. Left hand behind you. I'm on my fingertips. Push through the fingertips, lifting up. You can see that lift and then turn. Try not to tug with your neck so you're feeling that turn from the inside. Oh, and we didn't lean, so we're going to lean to the right. You might have already done that. You're like, she forgot that, and I'm doing it. And you're going to widen that left sitting bone out and then come down. That gives you like a more stable seat, and then come back. Breathe. The day I don't have bloopers is the day you need to worry. Inhale, come to center. Bring your feet, soles of your feet together just for a little Baddha Konasana, which is my least favorite pose. If you are my student, you already know that. I mean, I love this pose. I love it. It's great. Using your buttocks muscles, so you're going to use those strong glutes to bring those legs down to the floor, lifting up the rib cage. Breathe deep. I will admit that this external rotation does feel good after a lot of those twists. We're not done. We got some twists on our back. Inhale, lift your knees up. Exhale, come lying on your back. We will do a figure four. So taking your left leg over your right, take your left hand through, grabbing your thigh or your shin. If that doesn't work, you can always put your foot up on a chair or a wall. Pause and breathe here. Bring your legs slightly to the right, widen the left hip out. Slow, deep breaths, enjoying this hip stretch. Another external rotation of the hip. Okay, now release the hands. Watch me. My foot comes down. I'm keeping the figure four position. Lift my hips up, swing them to the left, lift my legs up, and bring them to the right in the figure four position. Taking my right hand to my left foot and rooting it down. And then I'm gonna have to move this way so you can see that. So foot is rooting down, left arm by the left ear. Oh, I love this. Breathe nice and deeply. Left knee moves towards the ceiling. Okay, now release that. Release your hand. Stack your knees. Bring your knees up. Bring your arms out to the sides. You can scoot your hips to the left just a little bit and lengthen the rib cage out and breathe. Sound just like a basic two bent leg twist. Enjoying that twist. If it hurts your shoulder, your left shoulder to be up, one thing that's helped me is just to take my hand to my ribs so it doesn't put as much strain on that shoulder. Also, if you have anything that hurts you in any of my classes, feel free to contact me, or feels uncomfortable and you have a question about it. Inhale, knees up. Taking the right leg and bringing the right hand through, grabbing the shin or the thigh, or your foot is up on a wall or on a chair. Legs go slightly to the left. That'll increase the feeling of the stretch. Bring the right hip away from you. Breathe into that. Now release that, put your left foot on the floor, lift your hips up, swing them to the right a little bit, bring your feet down. So now my right foot comes down. Taking my left hand, rooting that right foot down to the floor, right arm goes over the ear, twisting around, giving you the different camera angle. High tech. Breathe deep, right knee goes up towards the sky. This might be as high tech as I get, but you never know, you know? I think you can hear my Ujjayi pranayama. Breathing in and out through the nose. Okay, now take your leg, bring your knees together, bring them to the left. Scoot your hips to the right, bring your arms out to the side. Last twist. Inhale, bring your legs up. Did you guys hear my stomach growling and stuff? See, you got the digestive system moving. Bring your hands on your shins and just rock from side to side. Take your hands on top of your knees, massage your sacrum and your lower back, circling the knees around. You can switch directions. And slowly come into Shavasana, final relaxation. If you need to put something underneath your knees, go ahead and do that. I want you to visualize yourself somewhere outside that is so nurturing to you, whether it's by the ocean or outside in the forest or in a grassy field. And just feel the texture of whatever you're lying on, using your imagination. Is the ground warm or is it cold? Does it mold to your body, or does you feel held by it, the earth? Do you hear any certain sounds around you? Is there water? Is there wind? Are there birds, insects, children laughing? How does that sound make you feel? What's the temperature? Is the sun shining on you, or is it more at nighttime? Is it cool? What are the smells? Do you smell the earth, the ocean, trees? Allow yourself to be held by all these senses. You can stay there, or you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes coming back into your body. Bending your knees and rolling to your side into a fetal position. Resting in this very nurturing position. allowing you to take in that feeling of being nurtured. And coming up into a seated meditation posture. You can sit up on a blanket or a pillow just to give you that lift so you feel a nice curve in the lower back. So when life gets hard, which it does, here's a little practice to help you shift your energy. I want you to just close your eyes first and breathe through the nose. No ujjayi now, just a nice soft breath. Feeling again the earth underneath you, the texture, what you're sitting on. Breathing into your legs, getting grounded. And I want you to think of a time where you have such a wonderful memory that you felt so good at that time. Maybe you felt happy, maybe you felt energized, whatever you need right now. Maybe you felt unconditional love. Whatever that is, go to that moment and feel everything you felt then. Really take that moment in to the present time. And you can do this at any time during the day. Now you start to feel down and you need to help yourself feel uplifted again. Also, it's okay to feel down sometimes. Everybody does. Allow yourself to feel that too. Bringing one hand over the heart center and the other hand over that. Remembering, feeling, and knowing that it is your birthright to be healthy, happy, and whole, and wishing that for all beings everywhere. Hands in Anjali Mudra, heart in front of the heart, bowing your head to your beautiful heart, honoring everything that has brought you to this very moment. Namaste.